Hi guys, welcome to It Was Never Personal, another episode of It Was Never Personal Season 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your beingness over here. I really, really do. So now on today's episode, I'll be sharing techniques on discovering the path to joy, meaning navigating your emotional landscape with compassion and grace. 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 Why? Because it was never personal. Now, this is the thing. We are here to learn we are here to learn something and heal from it. That is the number one. I think, yeah, that is the thing that we're here to do as human beings. We are spirits having an we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's the thing. I once told this other girl this thing about we are spirits having a human experience, and I could see the terror that I have brought into her face. She's very Christian, based. She's very conservative. Yes. And she told me, she was like, what do you mean, Miss Spirit? She was like, it doesn't mean. And I think she wanted to save me, she went to like, what do you, hey, like, but I mean, honey, that's the thing. We are spirits having an human experience. So we are here to really heal from our past experiences with whatever that we've done in past lives and everything. You know what I mean? Eventually, we are one people. We are just one person over here, and that's the truth. We are one person over here. But anyways, I'm saying this to say that we have experienced. Oh my God, what's that? Oh, what am I eating? Oh, what are they doing? Who? I'm just kidding. Anyways, we are here to learn lessons. So ultimately, like they say, if you have experienced it, you have created it. And I know sometimes the things that I say, I make them feel like they're simplistic, and it's like, oh, you can get over it. Because I mean, how does one create rape for them? How does one invite yeah, you cannot. How does one kill themselves through car accidents or getting hit by a car or being murdered by a thief or it's like that. I get it, but it's beyond the mind. It's beyond the mind. It's beyond the mind, and don't try and break it down that way. You won't get it because our ego is so fragile, it's so ignorant, it's unconscious, but you ask the masters, you ask Buddha or Krishna or whoever you ask, the ascended masters, they will tell you that, yeah, really, if you have experienced it, then you have created it, my darling. So don't put too much blame. I'm saying this to say, because we were hurt as little people, and we have now put this blame and handed this responsibility that we have over our lives over onto people who have hurt us, and the things that we've learned from wounded people, because actually ultimately those people who have hurt us in our childhood we're also hurt people, and when you get to understand that actually everyone is pained and everyone who's actually hurting other people, they're just crying out for help. It's a call for love, it's a call for help, you will then see, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand it. I just thought you hated me, you know? And the thing is that we've created an identity uh, to our pain, our little child, our inner child have created an identity over things that had nothing to do with us. But like I'm saying, we are here to learn to heal those wounds. It's a lesson to heal those wounds. So the only thing that you can do is actually, first of all, recognize that you are in pain. And number two, to actually become aware of it and say, you know what, take responsibility now. I don't blame my mother for leaving me. I don't blame my dad for actually hitting me. I don't blame my sister for saying this and this about me. Now I know that I'm grown up, and they were hurt. And yes, for sure it hurt, it hurt like hell, but it had nothing to do with me. And now it's my duty, the adult me, to actually bring my inner child who has created an identity over the pain that has occurred or that has endured during the past time and is actually experiencing it right now. Because whatever pain that has happened back then, your inner child is still experiencing it right now. Because in truth, there is no time and space. So whatever that happened back then is still happening right now. That's why you're still getting triggered. That's why your little child is still has that identity there. But you have to, it's your responsibility to bring that inner child up to speed with what is happening right now. Is your mom still beating you? It's though, no, they're not. And you know the truth right now. You know it. You see it for yourself. You are worthy of love. You are successful. You are powerful. You are worth it. You are lovable. You are loving. But it takes time. It takes time because we have created an identity over that little child, and whatever that they have experienced, and we have endured a lifetime of recreating situations which will validate that trauma. Now, this is the thing that actually has happened, and I've actually experienced it. As people, especially as children, because of the hurtful experiences that we endure, one thing that we do is that we dissociate. We take ourselves away from the scene. We take ourselves away from the scene. And the scene, because our body is actually the one that is experiencing it. We take ourselves away from the scene, away from our bodies. It's like we get out of our body because we don't want to actually. There's pain actually inside over here. There's so much pain. That is not the first thing that you will learn or that you will recognize when you become present. When you stay present, you realize I'm in so much pain. I have a lot of bills to pay. The receipt is very long. So because we didn't know how to deal with this, with the feelings that we endured as kids. We didn't know how to really actually maneuver or navigate our emotions and life. We found it best to dissociate, to get away from our bodies, so that we don't feel the pain. But I mean, and we do this with a lot of things. Some of us become people pleasers. Some of us become addicts. Some of us use alcohol, whatever. We literally do anything to not face that pain. It's like, if my mom is happy, then I'm happy. Well, that's not true. That's not true. If people love me, then I'm happy. Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. It's just a way of dissociating. In my case, I know that because of the hurtful things that the traumatic in and out battle that I had with my sister from a young age, I then dissociated from her. I no longer had that brotherly love or relationship with her. The one thing that I did is that I just said, okay, you know what, starting from now, I don't know, I don't remember even saying this, but it's as if I actually went, well, from now she's a girl who I live with because she has nowhere to stay, and we're going to have a formal relationship, and that's it. you know and I've recreated and created situations where we are just that numb to each other, where we're just like that. But I mean, eventually I had to come back to my body, and I realized how much pain I was in and how much I took it personal with her, but it had nothing to do with her. All the hurtful things that she said and did had nothing to do with her. Oh, it had nothing to do with me. It was just about her, and actually at her too. It had nothing to do with her. It's like, oh my god, I'm here. She's my spiritual teacher. That's why I love her so much. I value her because she's my jewel. She goes, I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she taught me what not to do. What she taught me many things about myself that I never really knew. I remember when she said I was like she did a list of our siblings, and then she said to me, she was like, okay, Yummy Welfare, very sensitive, which is true. But I believe that she's also sensitive, very, very sensitive, And I think something happened that really hurt her. But I'm not here to talk much more about my sister. I'm just here to talk about how we dissociate. So we create situations which take us away from our body because we do not want to feel the pain. But it's time to sober up right now. It's time to sober up and be present for ourselves. Now, how do you do that? How do you actually come back to your body? It's not easy. It's not easy, and I won't be able to cover it up within 48 minutes or something like that. But one of the first things that you can do is pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. Know how you feel when you wake up. Know how you feel before you go to sleep. Know how you feel when you are interacting with people during the day. Know how you feel when you get up into situations. Know the emotions that come up, because emotions, they are not facts, but they are valuable indicators, because they are pathways that are direct pathways to your soul, to your wounds, to your lessons. Like I said, you are here to learn and heal from your wounds. So emotions or feelings, they are the direct path to your soul. They will tell you where you need to actually work. They will tell you where you actually need to work. For example, I know for myself that whenever I feel jealous or envious, I'm not actually feeling that. I'm just inspired. My ego for sure is jealous because it feels inferior. Only because it's inspired. I'm inspired. I am inspired. So now, whenever I feel jealous, I know, okay, that's something that I want to do. They inspire me. I love them. I love them. I don't hate them. I love them. But it's really crazy how people who are jealous will try and bring someone down, you know, because they feel down, and they try and validate how much unworthy they are. And it's like, okay, but I get it. I've seen a lot of people getting jealous over me because I've got jealous over the people, but I know that it's just inspiration. It's inspiration that has been misunderstood as jealousy. And then another feeling, which is anger. I know that whenever I'm angry, whenever I experience anger, or whenever I get angry over situations, it's something that I need to forgive. I need to forgive. I need to let be. But surprisingly, I don't get angry as I think other people are, because I've seen angry people. I'm not an angry person. I'm not. I just I don't have it in me. It's hard for me to go. No, it's not. It's hard. But I do have boundaries. I do have boundaries. I have my own territory that people cannot get into. I go, oh no, you're not gonna step into that. And I think people, because the thing is that I don't attract people who actually try and invade my privacy, or try and invade my energy or my space. So again, I don't know. I've never really gotten. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. My friends know that I go, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't defend. It was never personal. It really goes back to, it was never personal with me. And I don't know how to get angry. But I do tell people, oh, don't do that. This is my space. Oh no, no, never take it again. That's just me saying, I stick to the facts. I stick to the facts, and I tell you what it is, and I just say I don't like it, so don't do it. And if you, because other people don't listen, I have to go. I have to leave you. I have to let you go. I have to let you be yourself over there and just be myself over here, because if, then for sure we are not really vibrating at the same frequency. So I'm not going to waste my energy for you, especially if you're not my boyfriend. Thank you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then another emotion that I know that If I experience guilt, I know then that somehow I am, if I experience guilt or shame, I know that in some level I feel unworthy, that I am disapproving of myself, that I'm not approving of myself. If I shame myself, then it means that on some level I have some self-loathing that I need to really turn around to be self-loving. So I have to accept myself. So no guilt, no shame. No guilt, no shame. No matter what I do, no matter of my past, the hateful things that I, no, mm-mm. I have to forgive myself. I have to allow myself to be. I have to just understand that at that time, that's what I did. I did the best that I could do. Now is the, and that's something that has happened. Is it happening right now? No. Right now, I have the power to actually do something else, and I'm trying my level best. That's it. I always try and come from a place of love. But now, again, now, let's talk about how there is this high rate of mental health diseases. A lot of people are. I used to suffer from anxiety. Yes, I used to have like be so anxious, so anxious, getting in my head. Well, ultimately, I realized that I was, in my case, I was addicted to the panic of it, to the, oh, what is going to happen? Because I mean, I would have planned everything. I would have scribe down what I have to do, and having a schedule, and then I've done it, reading and actually having done everything I could do. But then somehow I would feel motivated by going, oh my god, okay, whatever, just shaking. It was just like, Wilfred, let it go, because it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you. And many times things turned out for my better. Life loves me. That's something that I really actually know. Life loves me. Life supports me. I am safe. I am safe. I always have to say that to myself. And I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm safe. I'm so lucky. That's the other thing. I'm one lucky MF, honey. So the anxiety never really worked. It never worked. But still, it was hard for me to shake it off. I was like, oh, I have to, oh, until I went, but I eventually let it go. I let it go when I was 17. That's why I say I started actually loving myself when I was 17, because that was when I eventually let go of the a lot of stuff that really didn't work for me. I realized, okay, I cannot afford to live in the future. I have to live here right now. I have to be here right now. But eventually, before I actually left the before I began living here right now, there was the past that I had to deal with. I started living in the past, and then depression came over me, and then I was like, oh my god, I have to get out of this place. Suicidal thoughts, which is very, very, oh my god. I know, the thing is that I know how it feels when you're going through the darkness. I know it myself. I know you don't want to be told anything. You don't want to be advised. You don't want to, it's like you just want to be by yourself. And again, I don't know, but for me, I wanted to be by myself. I never wanted to, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. So I'm saying this to say that, when someone is going through it, don't get yourself too engaged into them. Don't give them space. And the only thing that I knew that I really, really wanted was for people to just be with me. Because people don't be, we are not present with each other. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to talk about what's happening in Gaza. I don't want to talk about Russia. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about people. I don't want to gossip, you know. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Eventually, the depression forced me to really be with myself and to really be present and see this for what it is, and see how much I've lived a life of pleasing people, lived a life of actually thinking that I was not worthy, I'm unlovable, lived a life trying to please my mother, my teachers, because I'm this well-mannered boy who's actually excelling in school, and I have to keep the pressure that I've put myself under. I really realized I did not love myself, you know, and I just wanted people to be around me and not say anything, just be there. Like, just be there and just don't say, and just be there and connect with me on another realm, on an emotional, energetical level, because everything is energy. I feel it. I will feel it. I will know that you love me. Don't say shit. Don't open the mouth. Shut your mouth. I don't know. Don't say anything. If I want you to say something, I'll actually talk to you. But nonetheless, people always want to offer solutions. And if you're depressed, they want to say it's because of this. If you are going through, if something happens, like I remember the day I was rejected from medicine, the interview I failed the interview and whatever. People wanted to blame the government. They would say corruption, and I know, yes, it's true, but I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to look at that darkness. I mean, this is a lesson, this is a lesson. And I'm laughing because I said that and people didn't really listen to me. I was like, I have to go through this. I know that there's something for me to work on through this, and I have to allow myself to grieve. I don't have to blame people. I've created it. I knew it. It was an opportunity for me to take all of the lessons that I learned as a seeker, my spiritual lessons, and really apply them, you know. And I tried my level best to do it, and I'm doing it every day. But, anyways, there's a rise in the mental health sector, and a lot of us most of us spend time scrolling, scrolling because we don't want to be present. We don't want to sit here and get ourselves in this moment. But you have to be willing to be present, because no matter how much, if you even if you take 45 years or 60 years or whatever, you're still gonna come back and you're gonna pay it. You're going to have to balance it. It's all about balance at the end of the day. You're going to have to balance and actually just heal from the wounds. So even if you take 35 years, you're still going, by the time you get to be present, all the things that you pushed under the bed are going to now come out, and you're going to see that it's a heap. It's a lot of baggage. All I'm just saying is that, okay, right now, maybe you can just start really working with it, because the first thing that you're going to realize is how much pain you are in, like I did, because I think the only reason I was really depressed was because I was present for the first time ever in my life. I was present, and I was 15 years old. Imagine, you know but we owe it ourselves. Now to you have to be willing to actually go through it. It's not like you have to go, no. Just be willing, and find a refuge in a higher power, because you're not in control of this. Your ego is not, nah. Mm-mm. You are a co-creator, but you are a co-creator in the essence of, like, if you actually step into your higher self and realize that you are connected to your source and actually stay connected to the source, then you have the responsibility of your life. Watch your thoughts, watch your mouth, you know. And in the morning, like I say, I meditate to connect to the source, you know. I pray to deactivate my ego, because my ego is just like, oh my, I deactivate it, and really bow down and actually succumb to the fact that actually there is a force which is running everything, the force that keeps my blood running through my veins, the force that is allowing me to speak like I don't know how it works, and my ego can never know how it works. It can never. Just like I said, a lot of things that I'm saying, a lot of things that are happening in the world with X-ray eyes, it's not what you think it is. It's not. The way you've created it goes way before you. It goes way before you. It's beyond you. So there's something controlling this. But one thing I know for sure is that it's not an old man with white beard and watching over your genitals. That's not it. I'm not talking about that. There's a higher power. You call it God, you call it Allah, you call it Krishna, Buddha, whatever you call it. But there's a force out there. I know that I don't have to name it. I don't even have to explain. I don't even have to describe it. I don't know what it is, but I know it's there. I don't care. But I know that there's something out there which is actually keeping me alive. And I'm very thankful for it. Every day I thank it. I have to go, thank you for this day. Thank you for my health. Thank you for thanking it. Gratitude. Gratitude is very powerful. I have actually I actually have gratitude journals. I think I'm on my volume 3. Is it volume 3 or 4? I have like this diary books that I call my every day before I go to sleep. I have to write. I'm grateful. I am home. I'm grateful I am safe. It's not like I'm grateful for it's not big things. It's not big things. I'm grateful for the electricity, from clean air and clean water. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I think we take for granted our health. We do. We really, really do. It's until you are very sick that you realize, oh my God, I've been taking all of this for granted. I've been so blessed and I'm so taken care of. And you realize, oh my God, I took it for granted. I thought that I was really owning this, but you're not. But, anyways, find refuge in a higher power. And again, it's not easy. It's not easy. But then at the end of the day, I don't want to impose this idea of it's difficult, it's hard. No, 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 no. Marianne Williamson says that it's different. It's not difficult, it's just different. We've been conditioned over millennia, over millennia, thousands of years. We've been conditioned by the system of thinking, which is very hard to really let go. We've created identity over over things that were said by people who were hurt, and things that had nothing to do with us, but we took it and we made them personal, and we've created an identity of them, and we think we are them. We think we are our thoughts, but it is not that. But it's not going to be easy for you to just live it. It's just different, because what you're familiar to is the thing that you find easy to do, and it's really easy for you to recreate it, to make it happen again and again and create it, and so much that you think that is what you deserve and that's it for you, and someone out there is actually hurt. No, but it's whatever that I'm saying over here, the tools that I'm giving you, the loving yourself process, it's a different pathway. It's a different way, but it's not hard. It's not hard. I don't want you to get it that way. But then at the same time, it's not easy. Like I always say, it is as easy as it is hard to actually love yourself. You know, choose a side. Choose a side. When you wake up in the morning, do you want to go, oh my God, it's a bad day? Or do you want to go, this day, I'm a winner this day. I'm going to enjoy it. Both true. Both true. Like they say, half glass full, half glass empty. Both situations are true. But it's your choice. You have a choice to actually choose. Do you want a glass half full or glass half empty? I choose glass half full because I'm half full. I full positive. Okay, I look at it. I enjoy it. Glass half full. Glass half empty. It brings a lot of. To me. It's kind of dark and negative. It's not my. It's not my frequency. But if your frequency and if you gravitate towards emptiness, then go for it. If you gravitate towards fullness, go for the glass half full. And I'm just saying, go for the glass half full. That's what I'm saying. Life is what you make it to be. That life is like, what do you want me to be? And ultimately you keep on affirming it, keep on thinking it, keep on living it, then it becomes it, because it is it. You know what I mean? It is it. It's just that it's a different path, takes time. And be patient with yourself. Love yourself. Now, it's not easy again, because you have this inner saboteur. You have an inner saboteur, that thing in your mind that is always trying to bring you down. that is always trying to say, but you're not good enough. Remember your mother said this. Remember, oh my God, like how you never get anything right. Um, Luckily for me, I don't have that thing. I don't experience a moment where I go, oh, you did it again. Oh, no, I don't have that kind of mentality. I think my inner saboteur only gets in um, when when I try, like the anxiety that I was talking about, that was my inner saboteur. The Yeah, but mine is not as destructive as I know other people actually go, oh, when they try and be very superior and very powerful. I don't do that. I'm really comfortable with myself being okay. And this is the thing about me. I never I never had to fight to be a standout. I was always pointed out. People always pointed out me because for sure I looked like I'm a boy who looked like a girl and a boy who had a voice of a girl who walked like a girl. So I was always out there. I was a standout from the beginning. And brilliant, I charismatic. Oh my god, I'm so I know that I'm charismatic. I remember how we were in this lab and this other girl was like, like if I get in a group and I'm just there and people have to go, okay, who do you choose to be the group leader? Everybody will just do that to me. I just have it. I know that. So I never had to go like trying to prove myself and trying to get there. I remember one day when we had to go over for a medicine science fair, and this other guy who was actually excellent, very he knew what he was doing in math, just that he was a little bit arrogant, and very that power that I'm talking about. And I was just like, oh yeah. Actually, I was the one because I passed science very much, like 100% in science. But math, it wasn't my forte. But they picked me only because I was vulnerable and I listened. I was humble. That's the word. I was humble. And I'm still humble. I don't take things like that. I don't put pride in whatever that I get. Like the only thing that I'm very proud of is that I love myself and the work that I'm doing for myself, the beliefs that I have, the alignment that I have, the connection that I have to my source. That's the only thing that I'm proud of. Other things I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I published a paper. Yes, I have excelled. My CGPA is above 4.5. Yeah, but that's not what I'm proud of. I don't get there and go, no. Mm-mm. I don't go to bed going that. I have my certificates of prize giving. I don't have them up in the wall. Yes, eventually I'll have to put them up there because I did it, but I don't put so much credence on them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't. So, anyways, my inner saboteur, look out for your inner saboteur because it is going. This is the thing. It knows as much as you do. It knows that you know that you have to love yourself. It knows everything that you know. It knows everything that you know. So you have to actually rig it. You have to rig it, and I rig it by actually always restarting my machine in the morning. I wake up, I stretch, I meditate, I take a walk, I exercise, I pray. I pray, I affirm. I look into my little child's eyes and say, I love you. I look into the mirror, I tell myself, I love myself. I go to sleep listening to this um, uh, affirmations by Louis Hay or anything that is very powerful to me, that inspires me. I have to keep on the balance, because it's like the darkness and then I bring the light. Dark, I go light. It says empty, I say full. Empty, full. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's the balance. It's the devil on my shoulder, the angel on my shoulder, and then I'm the one over here going, oh, this is what I actually want to pick. Okay, thank you for sharing. This is what I want to pick. Oh, thanks for sharing. This is what I pick. Thanks for sharing. This is what I pick. I'm just here, and then he says something, and I go, okay, thank you. I always have to say thank you for sharing, and then but this is what we're gonna do. This is what I'm choosing. I choose light. but it's never going to give up. That voice in your head is never going anywhere. The ego is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. That's one thing. But you can tame it. You can find ways to rig it, and rig it. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, it all goes back to love yourself enough to be present for yourself, for your inner child. You have to love yourself and be present. Like I said, the first thing that you realize when you stay present is how much pain you are in, how much pain you are in, and take it one day at a time. It's actually a 12-step program. I think all of us in the world needs a 12-step program. I'm still searching for one. I haven't found one. I don't know. Is there a 12-step program in Botswana? I don't know. Guys, please, if you know a 12-step program in Botswana that I can join, then just invite me. Say something and then leave a comment. Yeah, I'm just giving you something that you can say in the comments. If you know a 12-step program in Botswana, just tell me, because I'm looking for one, because I think I need one. Not like I'm going, no. I know we have this idea of stigmatization, discrimination, and like this idea of our 12-step program is for, first of all, again, like I always say, people don't know what a 12-step program is. And then the ones that think they know, they just don't know it because they think it's for people who have addictions and stuff. I'm like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. And ultimately, again, if you think it's for addictions, then I can just say we are a culture of addicts. We are all addicts because we are not willing to stay present. We are just, you know, out there. We are just out there and we carry a lot of pain. But anyways, come back again now. Do the self-talk. Do the self-talk because I think it has helped me. It has helped me so much, my self-talk, the positive self-talk, to break down situations whenever my feelings went, whenever my wills took a left turn. I was like, okay, I switched on the headlights and then I went, what is actually happening over here? And I press my Google Earth button and then I go, oh, I see. I see what is happening. He said this and I did that. Okay, he said this and this is what I thought. So I turned around what he said and I made it look like he said this. And then this is why I felt this, because actually this is what I believe, because I think of this of myself, because this is what happened. you know it's like that. And this self-talk has little to do with, it's not actually you going from your past to the now. It's actually working from now. It's something which is happening right now, something that has happened now. It's not about going to the past. No, here right now. Okay, this happened. Why? Okay, why? Okay. It doesn't actually have to lead you back to your childhood. Just to, why did you actually feel that way? Just take it off the plate and go, oh my God, what of a duck's back? What of a duck's back? It was never personal. I personalized it, but it had nothing, and it has nothing to do with me. You know, and you have to actually go. The only important thing that I think you can take it from this is actually you have to actually end by saying, my child, listen, you are worthy, you are you are worthwhile. I allow you to be fulfilled. I love you. You are loving and you are lovable and you are loved. I love you. Because I think that those ones, if there was anything that I could have said to my inner child, or that I actually feel like my inner child needed back then, it's, I love you. You are loved. You are worthy of love. Those ones. And you're worth it. hmm But I think there's three ways. You are worthy of love. You are loved. I love you. Thank you. You're lovable. Those ones, they were, all the pain, all the mishigas, everything, it leads me back to them. Leads me back to that because I don't know. I don't know why I thought something else. Because I thought I had to prove myself. I thought I had to prove that I'm lovable. I had thought that I wasn't loved. I thought that I'm not loving. It was crazy. But every self-talk that I have to talk to about with my little child Leads back to that, and then I just tell him, let's break it down. Sit down here, my love. Take the thoughts, put them over there, and then we talk. Then we will have a talk, a conversational talk, an honest talk. And that's the thing. He knows when you're full of BS, honey. He knows when you're just shitting on him or her or it or they. Talk to that child. Love it. Mm-hmm. And then again, stay in the moment. Try and stay in the moment. Force yourself to stay present with yourself and stay in in the moment. Okay, I said force yourself. Force is kind of like heavy, but when I say force yourself, I mean try and find little periods of time that you be with yourself before you bath. Look in the mirror and say, how am I feeling? And or maybe look in the mirror and say, I love you. If you don't have a mirror, say, I love you. You don't have to actually go like, I love you. Like you don't actually need the mirror. If you don't have it, just say, I love you. Okay, yeah, love this body, cherish it. When maybe you're in a combi, you know affirm yourself. Just do it. It's like a prayer. It's like a prayer for the self. It's like a prayer for the self. Just do it. you know hmm and lastly, let it all go, because you are holding on to baggage, onto garbage, onto things that have nothing to do with you. You've created an identity over something that had nothing to do with you. So let it go. Let it go. Forgive yourself and forgive them. Those people who you keep on blaming and saying stuff and whatever, just which is just another way to prove how much you think you are not worthy of love, how much you think you are not worthy of success, how much you think you are not worthy of actually living the joyful, the life you were meant to have, you know because if you blame someone and you keep on pointing fingers at them, you are getting stuck. You're just stuck. You cannot do anything. You don't take responsibility for your life. You are just rendering yourself powerless. You give someone power. You cannot wait for someone to actually approve you and validate you, because ultimately the only validation you need is from your adult self to your little child. That's the only validation you need. I remember how I didn't um this year's Mother's Day, I didn't say I didn't wish my mother Mother's Day, because I was like, it's time. I'm 21, I didn't celebrate it. I didn't go out. I was like with my child. I wanted to go in. And it included actually saying, you know what, I'm not going to wish my mother Mother's Day, because I want myself to do it. And it's another chance for my mother to actually mother herself, you know. Oh, don't, nah, duh. I love her again. I love her. I believe we don't need to, our love goes beyond, oh yeah, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, I love her. I love her. So I don't want our relationship to be based on such a day that was just made up to celebrate mothers, which is a good thing, but it goes beyond that. I love you. Now it's a chance. I think Mother's Day for me now, I took it as a chance for me to mother myself and allow my mother to mother herself, and thank myself for mothering myself. The same with Father's Day. Let me father myself. It's fine. It doesn't mean that I hate my mom or whatever, you know. And if she read, I know she read it the other way. Even mommy read it the other way. Why? Because that's it. The only validation you need is from your adult self to your inner child. That's it. Don't imbue me with whatever, but let it go. Let it go. Bless those people with love and release them and let them go. You can just use that as your affirmation by just saying, so and so, I release so and I bless them with love. Say it, because you need to hear it. Your inner child needs to hear it, because whatever thought the thoughts that are going, like that devil, he's always going to say stuff, negative stuff, and try and keep you there, try to put you stuck in the past. But listen to the little angel. Let them go. Let them go, because if you let them go, you let yourself free and let yourself stay here right now and take responsibility for your life. That is how you navigate the emotional landscape that is very, very different in this lifetime. Stay loving yourself. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not difficult. It's just different. It is as easy as it is hard for you to actually love yourself. Now, it's all about what you choose. I'm a glass half full. Now, that is all that I had for you today. See you next week, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and leave a question. Please, questions, people, questions. Bye. I love you.